Hi, this is Abul Hussain coming to you direct from London, the United Kingdom, and welcome to another episode of the 𝗧𝗵𝗲 Mastermind podcast, where we talk about how you can start or scale your digital marketing agency. Now, if you are watching this episode outside of our Facebook group, make sure to find the link above or below this video, or go to 𝗧𝗵𝗲mastermind.com, especially if you are in the agency community. Now, with that out of the way, I have a very special guest joining me today from Atlanta, the USA. His name is Nick Singleton, and he is the founder of 𝗧𝗵𝗲 Marketing. Nick, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me, Hussain.
Thank you very much for joining me. Now, for the viewers who might not know who you are, how about a little bit of an introduction and how you got into the digital marketing space?
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. So my name is Nick, and I got into the digital marketing space by really something that I've always wanted to be in, to be honest. I was always an athlete growing up as a kid and through college. So finding how I could make money online and figuring out ways where I can get my foot in the door really became my obsession after I graduated college in 2018. And so from 2018, I did some apprenticeships, worked under some people, and started learning digital marketing. And that's really how I started getting my foot in the door for just advertisement in the digital ad space.
So you kind of you learned the trade working in agencies before you set up on your own, I take it. So right now in your agency, what services do you provide for your clients?
Okay, so right now we provide really everything our clients need. It's really a needs-based service, but our main three services are SEO, lead generation, and social media marketing. And so what I like to do is break down our marketing systems. So that's what I help people develop. I help them develop systems that work, because I believe that multiple actions at the same time actually help for a better result. So that's mainly what our services do. We sell multiple actions to our clients that help them increase their sales.
And do you work in any particular niche, or do you work with, I suppose, anyone and everyone?
Yeah, so it's actually very interesting. The very first niche that we were able to get in was real estate, and it's one of our better performing niches. We always get great results there, but we work with really any small business. We're in the Ecom space. I've done work in the cannabis industry and worked with clients. Yeah, so we have clients and throughout all niche, security niche, consulting. We have clients of all walks.
And when clients approach you or you approach them, what are they actually expecting to get in terms of results? Are they after something quick, or, with SEO, we know it takes time. So how do you manage these clients' expectations?
So how I really manage the expectations is by the service that I'm offering. So what I like to do is I don't ever go to a business and really offer them the same thing that I may offer another business, because I know what might work for somebody might not work for you. So what I've been doing is we'll go through and we'll do a miniature audit and see exactly, what key things is this business missing. And really for them, what they expect a lot of times is we've had some people come in with expectations of it being get rich quick. You help me get the people, the leads and whatnot, and I'm going to be rich. And it's never that case. It's always more so we have to have clients ready to actually build brands. So all my clients right now, I've made it a strict point to tell them that, hey, this is a long-term process. You need to be in this process for at least 3 to 6 months. And I'm going to try my hardest to make sure that some of those months are break even and that you see green in those months. But in order for us to do those things, you really have to be clicking on all cylinders in terms of posting on social media, making sure you really have that brand awareness, that audience already. And so many times when they come to me, these businesses have none of these things going. So uh, they're looking for, like you said, something quick. Can I get something quick to come in that can really help me with my sales? And so I've been able to do some things with Facebook marketing and generating customers to really help retain my customers and my
Mhm.
clients I have right now.
Right. And in terms of all the work that you've done for your clients, which campaign or project, has been particularly successful that you're kind of proud to share?
Okay. So it's two projects in particular that I'm really proud to share about. So we have a marketing campaign that we made in-house for realtors that gets them the highest quality lead that you possibly can get in the real estate industry. And we're able to get those very efficiently for our realtors. So this past month, we were able to get our realtor at least 90 leads, all qualified with questions, telling you all types of things about their credit score, when they want to purchase, their time frames and whatnot. So just a lot of details, 12 pieces of information. And the other thing that I would say recently that we're really proud of is in our ecom niche, we started working with the store and we were able to double their sales in our first month. They were a struggling store, barely making $300. I think their highest month was $1,500 prior to us working together. And in our first month and just testing and finding their audiences, we were able to double their sales and actually have $1,000 week. So now we have $1,000
Nice.
a week in that store where this client, they were struggling to make $300. So yeah, now we're scaling that client at the moment, going through that process. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Now, in terms of prospecting and picking up clients, what is working for you? Because a lot of people who are watching this episode, might be wondering or might be kind of, looking to pick up their first or their second client, and often they struggle. So, how does prospecting look like for you and your agency?
Good question. So prospecting for me right now is a lot of, is a lot of ads. We're running ads right now, just introducing our service, introducing who we are, and acquiring customers that way.
Hmm.
And the reason why I thought this would be a profitable way for my particular agency is because I saw a lot of success in pulling clients just off of Facebook by posting in Facebook groups and in Marketplace every single day. Uh, and that's proven to be like one of my better client getting methods, by posting value
Yeah.
and then making sure that I have the right post set up to have somebody reach out to me. So I've had lots of conversations with realtors just through Facebook Marketplace, something where you can go in for 5 minutes, have your script for your ad,
Hmm.
have your photo ready, and copy and paste. And in 5 minutes every single day, just doing that, it's helped us get clients. And
So,
of course, our reach,
mhm.
reaching out to people that we already know.
So have you been like actually using Facebook ads as in to, promote your business, or like you've been creating listings within
So
marketplace?
so the listings inspired me to start creating the ads
Right.
because I
Okay.
knew if I were getting hits from the listings locally, that if I started running an ad, that I would get people to also hit me and do the same thing for
Mm,
prospecting, speak to
okay.
us. Hmm.
In terms of advertising, because a lot of people try advertising and it doesn't really work out for them. They run the campaign or two, they don't get enough leads.
Yeah.
What does your process look like? What does the journey look like for prospective clients?
So that journey for achieving the type of results that you want from social media, it's really testing and nonstop testing. Uh, you want to make sure that the copy is targeted and it's talking to a particular person, and I think that's something that has really helped out in the last few months, in my understanding of digital marketing because it's something that I feel like when you're beginning and you're starting out, you really don't understand. Okay, people are running ads and they're getting people, but what are they really saying in these ads? And when you look at the ads, I know just outside looking in, sometimes it might look like, oh, it's nothing special.
Hmm.
But for every single person and every single brand, it's different. I tell all my clients right now, brand is you. You have to sell your brand. So whatever you represent and those things, those are your brands. So even if it's a business, what are the things that your business represents? Not every business represents the same thing.
Hmm.
So in making sure that you have the proper words, the proper targeting, and you're speaking to the right people, and being willing to test and trust Facebook is going to get you to the right audience. I use just the data on Facebook to really guide me in that process. I do everything data back. So if the data is telling me I need better copy or a better ad image, then those are the things that we're doing. Where
Hmm.
I'm testing those until we get the results that we're
Right.
looking for.
Okay. And in terms of, I suppose, when you calculate your costs, how much does it roughly cost you to pick up a new client using an ad
Oh, so using an ad for one of my clients or for myself?
for yourself?
Okay, yeah. So picking up a new client and getting a lead for myself is costing us a couple bucks just to
Right.
get a name, an email, uh, $5 just to get somebody to message us, right around
Right.
$5 to have somebody message us and
Hmm.
talk to us about their services and maybe us have a discussion.
Right. And from the people who are messaging you, what percentage turned to convert into a client? How many of them, what's your closing ratio, I suppose?
So my closing ratio on them right now would be right at 10% from
Okay.
our conversations
That's
that we have.
that's really good.
Yeah. So it's been pretty good in terms of just having clients come in and talk to us and work with us. But I've been looking now for more ecom clients,
Hmm.
looking more in the ecom niche as we've been gearing up for that. Just working with more ecom stores lately.
Hmm. And why do you want to particularly focus on the ecom niche? Because I know some people who might have been working with service-based businesses, because of this pandemic, a lot of these stores are closed, etc. That, if someone's selling something online, there's no human interaction, might be easier to generate sales. Is that your thinking, or do you have some other logic for going into that niche?
Yeah, that's sort of along my thinking. It's better for the sales. Service-based businesses, they need leads, and in order to work those leads, you need team members. And so with everything going on right now, people are just really strapped for cash. And so I'm finding that a lot of small business owners, when I'm speaking to them, that they're having a harder time maybe having somebody to keep up with leads or a way to communicate with those leads when they come in to nurture those leads. And
Hmm.
so moving into the e-com space for us is just a lot easier because we don't have to deal with that. We're focused on sales. And if it's selling, then that's working. And if it's not working, then what do we have to do to make it work?
Right. Okay. No, that kind of makes sense. Now, a lot of people are obviously preaching that the quickest way to grow an agency is through working in a niche, one particular niche, whereas you're working with several, different industries. Did you at any point think about working in one particular niche? I mean, or are you still kind of testing the waters to find something that really you enjoy working in?
Well, really, I honestly, I enjoy working in the real estate niche. Uh, it's one of my most successful campaigns that I've put together in terms of marketing. It's proven and it works. So for me, what I learned really about my agency when I first got in is that the quickest way to scale your agency always is to partner with somebody. So, in partnering up with somebody that may not have the same skill as you in a niche, or maybe you might be better at selling. I want to be better at delivering the service, because I can always find somebody who can sell that service. As long as I have a good product and my product is good and how I deliver it is good, I know that I'll always have customers. But if my product isn't really that good, then it kind of slows down my process and what I'm doing, because I'm tweaking and I'm trying to find something that works. So for me, I just want to be able to have processes that I know that work, and in the industries that we've been able to work in, I've used proven processes in order to help
Okay.
these businesses.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
In terms of your current setup, what's it like? Is it just you by yourself doing all of it, or do you have like partners and people that you outsource to, etc.?
So yeah, I do have some people that I outsource to. A lot of partnership is involved in exactly what I'm doing, because I can't do everything by myself. So I like to mainly focus on the Facebook ads, because that's my specialty. That's something that I interned on, and then I started and let that grow, because I figured that could be the skill that I bring to my agency in order to help us grow. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
mainly what I focus on is the Facebook, and also selling. I focus on selling because, of course, I'm myself. I'm by myself besides my outsourcing. So uh,
Yeah.
selling is very big for me, making sure I have prospects on the board and just balancing out new clients coming in and acquiring new clients. So sometimes it can be a overhaul. Like it can be a lot. Like
Yeah.
last month we had about 6 clients come in at one time, and it was a
Mm.
lot. So for a while I couldn't prospect because I
Yeah.
was busy fulfilling. I had a lot of fulfillment to do.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. So your actual sales process, when you are like kind of signing up a client, do you kind of seal the deal in one call? Are there multiple calls? Are you doing like a discovery, then a pitch, and then onboarding? You know, what does that side of the business look like for you?
So yeah, how I like to do that is I always encourage us to speak for about 15 minutes for us to talk about business, because I feel anybody, unless you have a conversation with somebody, you can never really truly know what they need. And that goes outside of business, and it definitely it it impacts your business, and those things, knowing those things from people, what exactly are the things that they're dealing and struggling with. So I always encourage us to have a quick 15 to 20-minute conversation the first time, especially when I'm reaching out to somebody, or if I cold call them, let's set up another meeting for another time. I just kind of tell them a little bit about our services. And I find it better when you don't share too much about what you do, because you don't necessarily know what you're going to offer this business. You may offer this business reputation management. You may offer this business SEO services or lead gen. But there are certain things that I look for in my process to really tell me, okay, do I need to offer this person this service, or do I see that this business isn't even ready for me to really give them this service? Like they might need SEO, but
Yeah.
that person, like you said, that's a long process. They might be looking for sales right now. So offering them SEO wouldn't be the best solution.
No, they
Yeah.
leave the next month.
Yeah, they leave the next month. It wouldn't, what you're doing wouldn't work. So I learned asking those questions and figuring out, okay, what is this client's needs and how can I fit them and give them the proper expectations going forward. So what I like to do is after our 15-minute call, I set up another call that lasts about 45 minutes, and I put together a plan based off of their social medias and what I see on their brand online. So we'll walk through those steps, and I'll give them a plan for how they can actually grow and scale their business online by taking these multiple actions and putting them together, and that increasing their sales for them.
Hmm. So final question for you. What's next for you and Giant Squid Marketing?
So that's a great question. What's next for us is, well, we are scaling. So right now we're projected, it's been about a year we've been in the business. So now we're projected to make 10K every single month, recurring revenue. So I feel like that's a, a big accomplishment, a goal set out, because I see that all the time, people reaching 100K, having a 100K agency. So us reaching and our projections for 100K, I think that's our next biggest thing coming up this fourth quarter, and just maintaining our clients that we have right now, keep giving them results, keep giving value, and maybe, you know, eventually going on to a new niche, finding something, a secret niche, something that people aren't really looking for, because the Facebook ads, you can find customers for any service.
Yeah.
With the right marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It'll be great to kind of, catch up again maybe next year and see how far you've come. But on that note, Nick Singleton, thank you very much for your time.
All right. Yeah, I really appreciate you having me, Abul.